These Hot Idiots is a podcast featuring our hosts, two full-grown adult men. Together, they watch teen drama and young adult-oriented television shows one episode at a time. These Hot Idiots is a comedy podcast and isn't meant to be taken as real criticism. This podcast uses adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey guys, welcome to Disgrace Land, the only podcast that discusses the dark history of rock and roll. And we're going to talk about our first episode about Tim Lambesis from As I Lay Dying. I'm here. I'm here with Mega Fighter. I'm Ash.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mega here with Ash as we return to These Hot Idiots.
I'm not the guy from Disgrace Land, but we had the same first name. I think.
Oh my god. Wait, I didn't even know Disgraceland was a podcast.
It is.
Oh my god. But this is we are at the season finale of season 2 of the Vampire Diaries, As I Lay Dying.
Which isn't
and I knew
about the band ran by Tim Lambesis.
Which was no. I had a feeling as soon as I saw the title, I was like, okay, how long into the episode until we make the joke? Haven't even fucking gotten to watching the actual episode, not even recording, and immediately goes into a Tim Lambesis joke.
Tim Lambesis hired a hitman to try and kill his wife.
Yeah.
Then he went to jail, and then then they got back together, or
I think they switched him out for a new singer.
No, it's a new band, but Tim Lambesis is still the singer.
Huh. It's like a not Alter Bridge situation.
A reverse Alter Bridge.
Where it's a new band, but we just got the same guy anyway.
Yeah, it's like what happened with Evanescence, I think.
I think that maybe.
Well,
I thought that was like the same guys, but they just didn't have Amy Lee.
Yeah, that's what pulling an Alter Bridge, yeah.
Yeah. No, so As I Lay Dying didn't really do that. They just made a new band with the same name or with a different name.
And sorry, I'm a little bit scatterbrained right now. I was attacked by a dog yesterday.
Yeah, he got what we assume was a scratch from a dog.
Yeah.
I was chasing at him.
It was chasing at me, and something pointy hit the back of my leg, and I didn't know if it was a bite or a scratch, but I did a stupid test to determine if it was. I just put some alcohol on it, and it was like, if it burns, I got a cut. And it didn't burn.
If it burns, he has an open wound, and
yeah, if it burns, I got an open wound. That was my idea.
Yeah.
But, if I get rabies, that'll be a very interesting angle this podcast will take.
Wait, you dying?
I'm not saying I'm gonna die. It's just it'd be really weird. It's like it's that podcast where that guy got rabies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is certainly an angle.
That is an angle. I'm just saying.
We have ruled out that the dog was rabid.
Well, I mean, I think it was owned by somebody because he ran back to where he came from.
Yeah, and also you heard him barking at you earlier than that. So
yeah, he was barking and running at me, and I think that
I don't think rabid dogs have that courtesy.
Yeah, it's because their brains getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Speaking of brains getting destroyed, Elena's watching Jeremy sleeping in bed. That was a bad transition.
This has been a wonderful start to this season finale.
I'm sorry.
Alrighty, no, it's fine. Where were we? Well, no one here is getting their brains destroyed. This is just Elena watching Jeremy sleep.
Except for all the people listening.
For all the people who listen to this.
She looks at Jeremy's bed, and then she looks at Jenna's bed, and Jenna's dead because she got stabbed.
We could not keep up that rhyme as much as we wanted to.
Damon's there, and he's sorry. But
he's
Elena's not sure
there
if
to
she
apologize.
wants to accept that apology just yet. So
needs time.
Damon just leaves and goes back to his house, and he goes to his liquor cabinet and pours some Brothers Bond bourbon. Now available for shipping internationally, except I guess if you live in America. Uh,
I figured it. Well, it wouldn't be international shipping then. It would be
well,
local.
well, yeah, I don't know if it's shipped local or not. It seems like it's shipped internationally.
No, I think you can ship it to like places in the States. I think you can order it here.
Let me check. Brothers Bond
We
bourbon.
we checked the site.
Yeah, I know, and I'm checking the site again. I am of legal drinking age. Where can I get it? Apparently, you can only get it. Oh, actually, I think you could just buy it, and then they have like a UK shop.
Yeah.
They got.
They expanded.
They expanded. Expand. So Damon opens a window and looks in the sun, and then takes off his daylight ring and just starts slowly burning, even though, fucking Isabel just got lit on fucking fire when she did.
Yeah, this is a very slow burn process, and it just makes him look like he's getting eczema.
Ow, my skin. Oh.
This is itchy.
But Stefan stops him, and he's just like, "No, you ain't." And then they just take turns shoving each other into things, because that's like the Vampire Diaries special. Is a vampire.
As you go real fast and slam him into a wall.
The vampire will slam you into a wall to talk to you. That's the Vampire Diaries special.
That's how it go, and then they eventually get to the point where
if you're playing a drinking game, one shot every time someone's pinned to a wall via vampire.
But with vampire speed, exactly.
Yes, because I think you would have taken like 7 shots this episode.
Oh yeah, it would be a lot of shots.
So Stefan pushes him into a wall long enough to get him in the what we call the Vervain room, but I think is actually just the basement.
He's gone. He throws him into the basement, the dungeon in the basement, I guess.
Klaus wakes up.
It used to be a Vervain room.
Klaus wakes up naked, and Elijah just throws pants at him because he's in the woods, and it's like, how long have I been a werewolf? And he's like, 2 days. You were a werewolf even after the full moon. And he's like, good, I can control it.
And I had to clean up all your messes.
You peed everywhere. I don't understand.
Were you just storing all that poop for when you became a wolf again?
You don't understand. It's a thing a vampire doesn't do, and it's part of the human experience. Pooping? Yes.
As a wolf. Yes.
Pooping as a wolf. That is the X factor we're missing in our lives, Elijah.
And I held it in until the curse was broken.
And I held it in for thousands of years until the curse was
Hundreds
broken.
of years. Probably thousands, you're right.
I got to poop as a wolf once again. And Elijah's just standing there like, maybe I should have just worked with Stefan.
I should have killed you.
I should have killed you. Elijah demands for his family, and Klaus is just like, patience is a virtue, my dear brother.
Brother.
Liquid Elijah.
Liquid Klaus.
Liquid Klaus and solid Elijah.
Solid Elijah, yes.
Give him like a headband.
And Revolver Catherine.
Revolver Catherine.
I mean, I guess technically Damon is punished Damon in this episode.
Punished Damon. And Jeremy is Big Boss.
No, he's like fucking. Who's the one that gets married to Meryl?
Johnny, the guy who keeps pooping his pants.
Yes.
All right, Jeremy is Johnny, the guy who keeps pooping his pants.
He has the last name, but I can't remember it right now.
Let me look it up. Johnny Sasaki.
Jeremy Sasaki over
Johnny
here.
Sasaki, also known
Yeah,
as
but
Akiba.
it'd be Jeremy Sasaki because
Jeremy Sasaki. He keeps pooping his pants.
Welcome to a series of Metal Gear references.
My favorite game series. Just if you want to understand the things I like, just play Metal Gear and just be confused.
Or just watch somebody play Metal Gear and absorb their
Yeah,
confusion.
watch Chip Cheese and play Metal Gear. That's a good playthrough.
Yeah.
So Alaric is just drinking his sorrows away, but then they get a phone. Then he gets a phone call from
Oh, God
Stefan.
damn it. Speaking of, I just thought of that. Stefan would be Raiden then, because he's the Ripper.
He's Raiden. He's Jack the Ripper.
This works too well. We need to stop.
And Elena's Meryl.
Elena's Meryl.
Because there's not a lot of women characters.
There's I made Catherine fucking Revolver Ocelot, so
Yes.
I don't know. We'll figure out what Elena is later.
Fortune, because she's got a tragic backstory and bullets seem to avoid her.
Yes.
I can't hear you over my tragic past. MGS2, good game.
Yes.
So Stefan asks for help because Damon's dying, and then we go to the park where they're having a public Gone with the Wind screening.
They're having a movie in the open or whatever it's called. It's on the billboard, or it's on like a big old like sign where it's like it is an outdoor screening of Gone with the Wind, and I'm just going,
Why are you going,
I'm just a bit. I'm thinking about it.
What are you
and
thinking about?
I shouldn't be thinking. I'm thinking about it, and I should not be thinking about it. Don't think about it.
I don't get what you're talking about. I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
It's a very it's a movie set in antebellum South.
Oh, appropriate. They're in Virginia.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a bit dated. You might remember that they actually took it off streaming at one point.
Did they?
Yeah. After
Sorry, I'm just on the Metal Gear wiki for some reason.
You're on the Metal Gear wiki. It was after George Floyd. It was one of the movies they pulled from like streaming.
Ah, I see. That did
Yeah.
happen. And then and then David Guetta was just like, "This one's for George Floyd."
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
And it just kind of sucked all the air out of the room for a minute.
Killed the energy.
Because he was dropping a fat beat for George Floyd. And it's like, I don't think he'd like David Guetta's music. I don't know.
David, this is not the time.
David, please just play Titanium or whatever the fuck song you made.
Yeah, Titanium. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying. I got that lockup thing where I'm trying to think of a bunch of things at once, but I'm stuck.
We're trying to get back on track here. It's great to get Gone with the Wind. Jeremy and Elena are Elena's trying to get Jeremy that they can try and kind of live their lives normally despite Jenna's death. Kind of,
She wants a couple of hours of normal by watching a movie about the antebellum South.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kind of, my brain's hurting.
It's fine.
Caroline's there, and she's just like, optimism, everything's gonna be great.
Yeah, picnic food. What do they got to eat? Blood.
Blood. But I'm not a vampire. Blood for Jeremy.
Blood for Jeremy.
She believes in optimism. Bonnie's doing a seance to contact Emily for help with Damon, but she drove a car into a tree last time she was here, so
yeah. So Stefan's here to prevent that.
Stefan's there to prevent that, and then Bonnie does a seance, and then she twitches her head, and then she talks different. They're like, "This is Emily." And
Hello again, Stefan.
Stefan begs her for help, but Emily's just like, "Yeah, fuck Damon."
Fuck Damon.
Fuck Damon. but it's not his time to die. Fuck Damon. I'm not helping you. Fuck him. And then they give Bonnie a headache for wanting to help Stefan.
They're mad at him, but she also heard
One of them
them
goes,
say the name
Klaus.
Klaus.
So they gotta
Yeah,
go
so
deal with Klaus.
yeah, they gotta go bargain with Klaus now.
Carol is back from falling down the stairs real hard. Thanks to that one guy who's dead.
Yes, that guy. I can't even remember him. Fucking Benson or whatever. I don't know.
Benjamin Button.
I don't know. I forgot his name. Yeah, Carol's just kind of upset because Sheriff Forbes hasn't been doing a good job of getting rid of ridding the town of vampires.
She hasn't done a good job in years.
She's been terrible for like 2 seasons at this.
And she's not gonna get any better.
Carol basically threatens her. She'll get replaced if she doesn't get results, which I guess is why Sheriff Forbes is like this for the rest of the episode, because good lord,
she's a mess.
she is a mess.
Stefan shows up at the Gone with the Wind screening to talk to Elena and tells them they want to take a walk. Damon didn't want to tell Elena that he was dying, but Stefan's a narc, so he tells her.
That he got bit by Tyler.
He got bit by Tyler, and he wants to talk to Klaus to resolve things, and he wants Elena to give Damon the hope talk.
Just be there and talk to him. Apologize. She's probably wanting to apologize to him, or to accept his apology after she kind of brushed him off because she didn't know he was dying.
Damon is having flashbacks, and he flashes back to Catherine, and they're being all flirty, and he's peeping on her, and he goes in to adjust her like corset.
Yeah, he's getting all up in her neck.
And then Elena's also in the flashback.
Elena, you're doing in my flashback. Get out.
Doing in the 1800s.
How my flashback, Elena?
Stefan visits Catherine, and she pushes him against the wall. Take a drink. Klaus shows up.
Should not have drank with the handle side near my mic. That was a bad idea.
You just hit the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Klaus shows up and it's like, hey, talking about brotherhood.
Family.
So they talk about family for a second, and then Elijah's like, I want to see my family. And just Klaus turns around and goes, yeah, you'll see him, don't worry. And then he stabs him in the chest.
We must save my family.
We must save my family.
Yep, he just gets him. I think with the fucking Ashe dagger.
I think he gets him with the Ashe dagger.
But the weird part is that the dagger doesn't also kill Klaus, which is supposed to be how it is. Maybe it's because he got the curse lifted.
Klaus, unless he's a werewolf vampire hybrid that stops him from doing that. I don't.
Yeah, either it's because he's a hybrid, or it's because he broke the sun and moon curse that was on him, and so now he doesn't have that weakness. I'm not sure.
Elijah should have expected this, honestly.
Really, just get fucked, Elijah. This was not like, why did you let this guy live? Stupid bastard.
So he stabs Stefan and is like, I'm like a quarter inch from your heart, and you're gonna do what I say or you're gonna die. Alaric shows
Stefan
up.
agrees to that.
Stefan agrees to that. Alaric shows up at the basement of Damon's basement to give him a drink. And Damon just kind of like starts antagonizing him because he wants Alaric to kill him, but it's not working. So he grabs Alaric by the neck to threaten him, and he just gets Vervain in the hand.
Vervain.
And Alaric's like, I need to get drunker before we have this conversation.
Yeah, that I think was what led into the hand grab. He's like,
Elena
screw
just pulls up
Vervain.
Elena just pulls up to the Salvatore house in a brand new Ford SUV.
We suspect that it might have been Jenna's Ford, but
it might have been no. Actually, when Elena crashed her car, they gave her the Mini Cooper, and that was Jenna's car. Did she get her car fixed off screen?
Was this her Ford before?
Was this her Ford?
Man, it's been so long. Maybe this was her Ford. I think we might have talked about it being a Ford.
Elena gets
So
grabbed by Sheriff Forbes, is at the Salvatore house, and they're also in the Salvatore house. And when Liz like threatens Alaric to let her in to talk to Damon, Damon Damon grabs Liz and throws her into the door as hard as he can.
throws her into the wall. Like she gets into the dungeon area, like steps in. There's no one there, and then immediately Damon's behind her and just flings her into the wall.
Yes.
And like the whole time, Alaric was just like, "You don't want to go in there."
You don't want to go in there.
And then she went in there, and it was bad.
Alaric calls Jeremy and says that Elena's in danger. Jeremy wants to go because he gets stopped by Caroline and Bonnie, and he's like, "Why won't you let me like help, dude?"
Yeah, like I think Alaric tells him that Damon's escaped, and like
Yes,
Jeremy's
Damon
like,
says,
"I'm gonna go help
"I'm gonna go help as a man with no abilities." I'm gonna.
with nothing. He
And
has
he gets
nothing to
stopped by a
contribute."
vampire and a witch, and then bitches that he can't do. Like, why aren't you letting me help? It's because you suck.
Because you are like you are the bottom of the chain. You are the weakest link in the chain here.
You are the weakest link. You're completely
Caroline's a
useless.
vampire. Bonnie's a witch. Alaric Saltzman is an experienced vampire hunter.
And you're a fucking Jeremy. Like, what the
You're
fuck?
Jeremy.
You're a Jeremy. What can you do? You can't do shit.
At least Elena stabbed Elijah once.
Elena stabbed Elijah once, and also she's a doppelganger, so she's at least like slightly more useful than you. At least she's useful in terms of like talking. She could pass a couple of like charisma checks, you know.
Yeah. Unlike you.
I'm like what the fuck can you do, Jeremy? Shut up.
We're gonna find out exactly how useful Jeremy is in a bit.
In a bit, yeah. Jeremy wants to go. They complain. Stefan, according to Klaus, Stefan used to be the Ripper of Monterey.
He had a long history of being just this absolute beast killer of a
Serial
vampire
killer in the past.
He was a great he was a great vampire who could just wipe out a whole village or something.
So to show him what the cure could be, Klaus bites Catherine with his werewolf teeth and not his vampire teeth, because apparently he could pick if he's biting with his werewolf or vampire teeth.
God, that must be the worst jawline ever.
And then he bites himself and feeds her the blood and the wound heals. So the cure for werewolf bites is just Klaus Klaus. It's Klaus.
It's very hair of the dog, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, if it's only his, then yeah, but that's the problem.
Damon has escaped, and he is wandering the Gone with the Wind screening, and he's having tuberculosis flashbacks. But Jeremy finds him, and he keeps seeing people in dresses, but I think that's just people who dressed up because they like Gone with the Wind, I guess.
Everyone's doing it's like a Gatsby party. But
yeah, it's like a Gatsby party, but more racist.
But more racist.
So Liz holds Elena captive at the sheriff's office place while they look for Damon. And then Liz just walks to her deputy's like, "Oh, we found Damon. He's at the grill. He's not feeling good." And she's like,
"That Mr. Grill, yeah.
I'm going to the grill." So she just goes into the grill while like Damon and Jeremy are talking and just points a gun and shoots it.
She draws her gun, shoots at Damon. But Damon super speeds out of the way.
Out of the way, and just Jeremy's just there and gets shot.
Jeremy gets shot.
Jeremy gets shot in the chest.
And it is the funniest shit we have ever seen.
The funniest shit, because it was like, why did that happen?
Fucking Sheriff Forbes.
Sheriff Forbes, you suck. You didn't even try any.
Fucking ACAB Forbes.
ACAB Forbes. Fucking what a mean bitch.
You just good job. You have done even worse to protect the people of Spoons than before.
You're even worse than the vampires in terms of protecting the people of the town. You're just shooting people.
Damon has killed multiple vampires, and you just shot a human. You just shot Jeremy Gilbert.
You just randomly shot Jeremy. Like, you didn't even check if anyone else was in the building.
Good job.
And Bonnie, and so, like, people start filing in to find out what happened, and, like,
Bonnie and Caroline were following after.
Jeremy's just dead.
Jerry's just laying there with a bullet wound, dead.
Alaric's
They're trying
there,
everything.
too. And I said, looks like someone's going to get 6 weeks of paid leave.
Yes.
Because we don't hold cops accountable in the United States. It's so funny. It's not funny.
Oh my god. Hey, Cap Forbes.
Elena
she tries to insist on them not taking Jeremy's body. It's like, because like this is a crime scene.
This is a
crime
that
you caused.
You shot him. This is a crime scene, and I'm the suspect.
And I'm the culprit.
And I'm the culprit. And it's just like, let her fucking take Jeremy, you dumbass.
You could have this whole thing covered up by civilians.
You could have this whole thing covered up by civilians, or you could be, hey, I shot like a 16-year-old boy.
I shot a high schooler in an empty bar.
In an empty bar because I saw a vampire. How would that hold up in court?
That would not look good for you.
But still, 6 weeks paid leave.
6 weeks paid leave.
ACAB. And Elena just throws a fucking chair through the window.
Yeah, this is impressive. One, it's another badass moment from Elena where she just grabs a chair and hucks it through a window to escape.
Also, the deputy who was supposed to be watching her, is fine.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, like Forbes like posted an officer outside the door. Did he not hear that?
Not my problem.
You'd think that would be like a what's going on in there?
Not my problem. I don't care.
Not his problem apparently.
They called me in for this. I don't give a shit. Just call me in to detain a 17-year-old. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god. Like Caroline does feed Jeremy her blood, but Bonnie's just like, I gotta take him to the fucking witch house.
The witch house and convince the witches that Jeremy's cool. So Klaus is like, I'll give you the cure for your brother Damon if you become an alcoholic.
Yes, basically he wants him off the wagon again. He wants Stefan off the wagon.
He wants to kick him off the wagon, and he just hands him a thing of blood, and he's super tentative about it, and then he drinks it, and then Klaus slides him another blood bag.
Yeah, like at first I thought he'd be fine because he's been microdosing, but no, he just keeps tossing him Kool-Aid jammers.
Tossing him Kool-Aid jammers, and every time he's done, it's like, here's a chaser, here's another one.
Keep chasing. He's got so many.
Start puffing, Bobby.
Start puffing, Bobby. Was it puffing or coughing?
Puffing.
Oh, puffing.
Because
he keeps grabbing those. He keeps grabbing those cards with the chaser on them and red drag it in. It's just like another chaser of blood.
And another chaser of blood. Bonnie wants to revive Jeremy, but they don't want to because Jeremy sucks.
Jeremy sucks.
She's got to beg Emily Bennett, and then the shaky cam starts.
I love him.
I love him, please.
And she's like bleeding a little from the nose.
She's bleeding from the nose, and it's in her teeth. And then they kind of hate Jeremy, but just kidding. They bring him back. It's cool.
They bring him back.
Damon finds Elena now, and he's so sweaty.
He is very, very sweaty, and he remains sweaty throughout this whole
He
scene.
remains sweaty for the rest of the episode.
Oh, it's like you try not to think about it, or you try not to like focus on it, but it's just like you kind of had to look at him, and it's just like, oh god, you are so sweaty, Damon.
You are so sweaty.
But Damon's still having his horrible
He's having his
horrible
horrible
illness
illness,
flashbacks.
and he's having flashbacks, and he's getting confused about if this is Catherine or Elena. And he tries to drink her blood because that's what Catherine told him to do in the past, back when he had floofy hair and a fancy suit.
And she's like, Catherine's like stabbing herself in the neck to
Stabbing
draw
herself
the
in the
blood
neck
out.
with a pointy thing.
Draw blood out so he can take it.
So, he bites Elena on the neck, and she gets uncomfortable, but he kind of realizes what he did and falls off. Or he gets too weak to stand. Elena!
Yeah, he just kind of falls over.
Caroline gets a phone call, and she's like, Jeremy, he made it. And it's like, so I didn't kill him? And it's like, no, you fucking killed him.
No, you killed him, but we brought him back.
We brought him back. She wants to resolve things with her mother because she doesn't want her mother hating her, and they hug. But, she's super not sure about it at first, but they do.
And this would be a heartwarming moment, except I keep having to think about the fact that Liz shot Jeremy.
Liz just shot Jeremy because she sucks at figuring out if there's more than one person in the room before you start shooting your fucking gun.
Absolutely cowboy copped.
She didn't even get the drop on him because Damon saw her. They were like face to face.
She didn't try for any sort of hands in the air. She just tried to cowboy cop her way into shooting Damon, forgetting that he's a vampire.
Forgetting that he's a vampire and he can dodge it, and didn't even see that Jeremy was anywhere in the building.
God.
And it's such a good shot too, because like Damon moves out of the way, and Jeremy's
in the
like,
chest.
What?
Oh yeah, he is completely thrown off by this gunshot and then he drops. Like, huh?
But Jeremy gets taken back to his house by Alaric Saltzman, and he just starts using Bing to see if there was anyone on a forum that came back to life.
He binged the words, and I quote, "Back from the dead."
Back to life. Back to reality.
Back to life. Damn it, there isn't a screen cap of that. Fucking. It's so useful.
He's just Googling soul to soul.
All the screen caps of Jeremy are from when he's not there. Oh my god, that's an amazing picture of Alaric, though. Anyway, yeah, Alaric kind of checks in on him.
Sorry,
also Bonnie
I'm
drops in at one
your
point.
ice cream again, but it's one of those days, isn't it?
He's not naked eating his ice cream, but goddamn,
he's got the sitcom face.
He's got a real sitcom face here. I love it.
Hey, it's your favorite guy, history teacher, and the crowd goes woo for like 10 seconds. They got the special guest star spot for like the sitcom.
Yeah.
Woo! Uncle Phil. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Uncle Phil from the other show.
Yeah, exactly. When it's a cameo.
Yeah, love Uncle Phil. Anyway.
He's great.
Where was I?
Well, let's see. I think they just kind of goof around.
They
Jeremy
tease each other a bit because he was on the laptop with only one icon on the desktop.
Yeah, it is something I noticed is that both him and Bonnie only have one singular messenger icon on their desktop.
The MSN Messenger icon.
They don't have an internet
they don't have like an internet or like Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
Or fucking
they don't show any browsers of any kind. Like
no browsers. And Bonnie's face just shows up, and it's just her face. There's no like stop play volume or anything.
No, there's not even there's not even a bar for like what the fucking what video player she's using is or whatever.
No.
Or video caller.
But
no, it's like
Alaric teases Jeremy because he overhears what she says, because she's like, I'm gonna be there the next day, and the next day, and the next day,
yeah,
and the next day, and the next day.
And he kind of repeats that, and Jeremy throws like a pillow at him.
Shut up.
Have it.
A very sweaty Alaric is begging Elena to leave, but she doesn't want to, because he realizes he wasn't compelled. Damon, sorry. Damon realizes he wasn't compelled to love Catherine. He did love Catherine. It's just he was also stupid. Klaus makes Stefan drink like 8 packs of blood, and he's really starting to feel that coming back to him.
It's just like, please,
She,
no more.
You know, just the act of struggling to drink a bag out of context is kind of funny to me, but
yeah.
But he compels Catherine to go give him the cure, and because the vervain is
give the
still
cure to Damon.
in effect, kind of, I think. Stefan thinks she's not gonna do it, but she does. Damon thinks he should die, but also that Elena should have met him in the 1800s. And then they get real close and they cuddle, and like she starts rubbing her cheek with him, and starts going for a kiss on his shiny, sweaty face.
I was like, don't kiss his sweaty mouth. That's disgusting.
And then right when they're kissing, Catherine shows up. She's got the cure. And then they just drink, or she gives it to him and says, "Hey, it's okay to love both Stefan and Damon. It's called a throuple."
Oh, the throuple.
Meanwhile, Klaus has just procured an entire coffin.
Says put Elijah in, and have these
in this
guys just carry off.
Warehouse with dudes in flannel like Anthony Fantano.
Top men.
And I guess the rest of the siblings are in the other coffins, but yeah, he just has a coffin.
In the warehouse, yeah.
They're at a warehouse. They're gonna leave town with Stefan, but first Klaus reveals he has a captive lady he didn't compel because he says the chase is the best part of being a Ripper.
If you're a Ripper, you love the hunt.
You love the hunt, so he makes her run away, and she starts screaming.
Well, she's also bitten on the neck to kind of draw the blood out for Stefan.
And then after that, Stefan does chase her down and finishes her off. And he's got the red eyes.
We get the full red eyes, and he's got like the big fang smile as he's about to chow down. It's just like, this is the good shit.
Yeah,
this is that good vampire shit.
I want some good vampire shit. Nope, enough of this cushy romance shit.
None of this Twilight shit, even though we're going to have to talk about that next week.
Shaky cam.
Oh, yeah, you get a lot of shaky cam. Missy's biting down on her. It's a little insane, but...
Jeremy wakes up because there's like a whoosh. And he just kind of wanders around, and there's people behind him, and it's Vicky Donovan.
Vicky Donovan jump scare.
And Anna is there too, and they're back?
Anna jump scare. Are they? I don't know. Are they back? How are they back?
I don't know how they're back, but then the logo hits, and that's the end of the episode. We got through that.
And that's
where,
that's our end off point. That's where we end off. Is
the end of season 2. This episode, I sort of felt like wasn't as good as a finale as the last one.
No, this definitely felt like we were just putting some loose ends in there for season 3, stuff to settle in season 3.
Well, I guess they needed a hook for season 3, but like I thought the hook was like Klaus is on the loose, but then Klaus comes back,
and also Damon.
And Damon, and they're just back.
Damon dying was nowhere near as much the hook as we thought it would be.
No, now he's good. Like Catherine says goodbye, but it's like have fun with Damon, and just fucking leaves.
Okay.
And Stefan's might be evil next season. We don't know yet.
Yeah, Stefan's being turned to evil.
So yeah, it's the end of season 2. We made it.
That is it.
Multiple weeks of missing weeks because shit happened.
Yeah, but we're getting back into that swing, and this was still a good episode, even with all the.
My opinion of this season in total, I feel like it's a better season than the first season.
Oh yeah, because the first season, especially early on, had a lot of episodes that kind of dawdled as we didn't really have a major conflict, but.
Yeah, I feel like there were still some pointless episodes, but I feel like we had a much higher batting average in terms of like episodes that are relevant to the plot.
Oh yeah, we got a lot more interesting storylines going on with like Tyler's.
Werewolves.
Yeah, bringing werewolves really helped.
Bringing in werewolves, the originals, even though they sort of showed up out of nowhere, and like a
But
bunch of people
Elijah
just.
was really good in his early episodes. Klaus has been kind of enjoyable.
Klaus has been kind of enjoyable. I don't know yet. I still like Elijah a little bit more. But if last season was like a 6 or a 7, this one's an 8 in my opinion
Yeah.
because it's a lot. It's actually pretty good.
Hmm.
Besides some weird shit.
Oh yeah, besides some weird shit. But let's not forget, of course, we got a soundtrack for this episode, which these were kind of like not super like noticeable songs.
Turn to Stone by Ingrid Michaelson. Speakers
by
Days Difference. Holding a Heart by a girl named Toby.
Girl named Toby.
And I Should Go by Levi Crace.
Levi Christ, I don't know. We don't know.
Levi Crace. Sorry.
Now, failing any we have forgotten, we are, because we're at the end of the season.
Yes.
We're gonna do the end of season awards.
I haven't thought of anything.
You guys have thought of anything? We honestly had to double. We're not entirely sure if we have all of our awards here, but these are the ones we had listed in our Discord last time we did this.
Yeah, but I felt like I was more clear cut of like the characters we like to dislike.
But hey, now this will be a good way to kind of think out, how we felt about them from throughout the season.
Yeah, but it also puts me on the spot, and I'm real bad at that.
I'll lead off then. Favorite character. Favorite character is tough because we had a lot of characters who did really good this season.
In terms of like being useful, being likable, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It is honestly, I feel like it's weird. The thing that has cinched it for favorite character for this season, and it's weird that it's this part at the end, but I think that taking Stefan off the wagon is absolutely putting him into my spot for favorite character.
I like Stefan because I feel like his dynamic is interesting of this, like, they have, I think he has been described as just like a boring good boy, but I actually feel like he's a little bit more complicated than that.
He's had that dog in him, which has really helped.
He's got that dog in him, and besides being self-sacrificing, I feel like he's a guy who puts like he puts what people need over what he wants. And that means he's gonna take that shit.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna take that punishment pretty much because he thinks it's for the best.
I'm putting in my vote. I don't know if you want to entirely agree with me on that.
I like
Stefan
Elena.
for favorite.
I like Elena weirdly.
Yeah, no, I was honestly up until we watched this episode, I felt like Elena was probably gonna end up being my pick.
I know she had like a suicidal spell in the middle of the season, but it felt like she was trying to be proactive.
Oh yeah.
She's clever, like she does things that you don't expect a teenager to do, like throw a chair through a goddamn window.
or just dagger Elijah straight in the heart.
Or to stab an original in the fucking heart because no one else had the balls to do it or the opportunity. Like I don't know, man. Mad props to Nina Dobrev.
Oh yeah. She did a really good job too. Oh shit, I almost forgot to read off a thing.
Read off a thing.
The bond between brothers.
The bond between brothers, just like the bourbon. Brothers Bond. Now available in Europe.
In Europe.
And also America, but also now it's available in Europe.
Yeah, so for season 2, favorite characters are Stefan and Elijah, or Elena.
Don't retcon my pick.
Yeah, I meant to say
I like
Elena.
Elijah as a villain.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like him as a kind of middle anti-hero villain thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like him as much.
I got used to it, but then he flipped back to villain, and then he got killed. So
Then he got killed by Connor, so he looks like
all
Connor.
right, he really does. It's sometimes very distracting. All right, least favorite character. I feel like this one's super easy. Go ahead.
All right. If it's super easy for you, just say it.
John.
Jeremy.
Okay, so you're going with Jeremy. You just cannot stand this little weenie.
He's such a whiner, man. Why can't
He's such
you
a
let
whiner,
me,
yeah.
Why can't you let me help? You know, I'm a human who can die from an immediate neck slap and not do much else.
I could go get shot.
I could go get shot. Elena, trust me, I'm real good at getting shot.
Like, he is pretty damn useless, and I remember
I don't mind a useless character as long as they are aware of their abilities or lack of thereof.
No, they know their limits, but Jeremy doesn't.
Jeremy, Matt can't. Matt's got a gun, but for the most part, he could get overpowered by all the spooky people because he's a human.
He fucking plays it smart, not like he.
Yeah, he plays.
He has
smart.
to work around shit.
He works around it, and he brings an equalizer most of the time.
Yeah.
Some kind of equalizer.
Despite our memes about him, Matt's not stupid. Unlike Jeremy, who is.
It's just he pretends he's stupid. Jeremy just is stupid.
John for me
sucks.
was.
Fuck John.
John sucks. I'm so glad he's.
I don't even care that he saved Elena's life. He sucks.
I'm just glad that he's dead.
I
really am.
Multiple seasons worth of conflict just because he couldn't just talk to anybody.
He was constantly instigating shit.
He was starting shit and causing drama between the Salvatores and Elena and
Alaric Saltzman and Jenna.
Alaric Saltzman and Jenna, and he was just being a little bitch.
He was so unlikable, and I am so glad that he is gone.
He was just being a little bitch. I don't get it. This little shit stirring asshole, and he's Elena's dad. And you think you'd know what he wants, or if he wants to protect Elena, you think he would tell her that. Instead of being I'm just gonna keep causing these. I'm gonna try and make the vampires kill each other just cause. It's you suck.
You suck, John. I'm glad you're out of here. I'm glad you are gone.
John. You get out of here. You suck. The actor's fine, but the character.
The actor's fine, but just God, he gets on my nerves. Misused / underrated.
Remember Rose and that guy?
Yes, that's exactly who I'm thinking of.
I was gonna
because
say,
she had a face turn and then died.
She had a face turn and then died. Also,
and we were calling it.
Remember that guy who was at the computer shop that got killed because fucking Elijah threw some coins at him or something?
Oh yeah, he was pretty bad too. But I feel like Rose is the agreed take the cake.
You could have done so much more with Rose than just I'm here to introduce the originals. Die.
It is. We started calling all the death flags as soon as she started making out with Damon. It's just oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's oh man, you are here. You are in a female who is not a part of the love triangle, who is horning in on one of the members of the love triangle. You're an older woman. You're a vampire. You're cool. You're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. Rip Rose,
Rose.
You were kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I think
your brother got bitch slapped to death. I'm sorry.
That was funny.
That was funny though.
Not all right.
Her brother, but her close friend or something.
Her close friend, yeah. The dude that got his head slapped off by Elijah, which was amazing. That was another thing. Was we also got a real feel of the scale of what an original can do, and that was awesome.
That was awesome. Even though they really should have buried Elijah. At least Klaus kind of just put him in a coffin.
Yeah. He was the closest to actually doing it. All right.
Should have fucking buried him. This wouldn't
Should
have
have buried
happened.
him. Funniest headcanon character.
Or
I
stupidest.
feel. What was that?
Or dumbest headcanon joke.
I feel like I'm trying to remember all of our headcanons for people, but I feel like the one that has pretty much stuck with us the most has been Matt.
Matt and Giuseppe for the most part, but Giuseppe was less in this season, so I'm gonna say
Giuseppe
Matt.
was more of a season 1 character. I know you're just waiting for when we get to season 6 and you can have more Giuseppe, but
Hey, I'm not. Look, I just because I accidentally spoiled myself one thing doesn't mean I'm just gonna look up season 6 and understand why the fuck any of that shit happened.
no, but you are waiting on Giuseppe so much.
But I want more Giuseppe flashbacks, and I'm gonna get them. I think.
He's gonna get him. But yeah, I feel like Matt's like himbo energy.
His himbo energy is too strong.
It was so strong and it just overtook everyone else's things. Bonnie being a serial arsonist has been kind of her thing for a while.
Yeah, it's just
But-
her thing in general.
This is her thing in general. She likes setting stuff on fire. It's just what she do. But Matt just being this lovable himbo of the Matt burgers.
Matt Burger.
That's where it all just him being real happy about shooting Tyler because it was fun.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It's a lovable stupidity, unlike Jeremy, whose stupidity is just like, Jesus Christ, dude, please.
How are you alive?
How are you alive? You are alive by the intervention of all of your friends.
The intervention of all your magic friends.
So yeah, I think funniest headcanon character will be going to Matt.
Yes.
Most pointless episode.
I don't know.
This is the one I
off the
usually
top
have
of my
trouble
head.
with. Because it has to be an episode where we just it's just the episode we had the least joy out of, I think. And I'm pulling everyone up.
Honestly, I feel like if an episode's not that interesting, the episode we review is probably shorter.
Yeah. But no, that's not true, because we
No,
ended up with a
actually,
short episode
Short episodes are when we like it, I think.
Yeah, so let's see. I feel like maybe the return. I know that's the first episode and that sets everything up, but it
It didn't really do
it also
anything.
because it was the episode where we felt more like it was the season finale ish kind of thing. It felt like what this episode feels like for season 2. That's more like what the return was for season 1.
Actually, I kind of agree with you in that term of in the sense of season 1 ending and season 2. They should have had the season 1 finale be 21 and then episode 1 of season 2 be 22.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it just didn't feel like the correct starting point, but compared to Brave New World, which the theater and the witch and all that stuff, and the werewolves.
Yeah, Brave New World would have been a really good the carnival episode would have been a really good season 1
No, that
or
would have
season
been
2
that
opener.
would have been a good opener because the only thing that just Caroline turned into a vampire, and I feel like that's also another good thing for that season.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and surprisingly, I think we can pretty much easily agree it was the return was just
the year of the cat.
the year of the yeah. I just noticed that too. The seasons have slogans.
Yes.
And season 1's was love sucks. Oh man, what are we looking into for season 3?
What are the tagline for season 3? I want to hear it.
The year of the originals.
The year of the originals.
Oh.
I guess we're getting more of the originals.
You're getting more of them. All right, the episode that was actually pretty good. Now this is tough for just being
favorite episode is because it's just actually pretty good. It's kind of a weird way to say it, but
yeah, that was when we were still on the fence on whether we liked the show or not.
Well, I mean, I liked season 2. It wasn't perfect, but I liked it.
Yeah, so favorite episode. Oh man, I don't want to say the fucking decade dance one again because I feel like that wasn't as good as the first time they did
decade dances.
And I think it wasn't as good as the first decade dance episode.
I mean, I really like The Sun Also Rises, even though that's kind of like, I feel like a bit of a basic answer.
That's a pretty
Brave New
basic
World is
answer.
also really good, I think.
Which one?
Brave New World.
Brave New World. Yeah, Brave New World is good. I looked and I saw the dinner party, and I was like trying to remember. Was that a good episode? Did we like that episode? Because I remember having a lot of fun with that one.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
The dinner party was the one where they had a dinner party,
Yeah, they did have a dinner party.
and there's a whole wiki page for that dinner party.
Yes, just like Jenna's barbecue.
Was that? I thought that was Jenna's barbecue. Was the dinner party?
Oh, was it the dinner party? Because it was the
I
15th episode, and I feel like that it was nowhere near that.
Was it not? Oh, was that not the dinner party? Wait, so let's see.
There were multiple dinner parties.
Oh, you're right. That wasn't. That wasn't.
Maybe there were too many dinner parties.
Was it? Okay, so I might be wrong. You're right. It might have been a way earlier episode that was the one I was thinking of. Let's see.
Because Mason was alive.
Yeah, Mason was alive. You're right. You're right. Was it? Oh man. I might take Brave New World just because I can't remember which episode was the one with the dinner party
You want to
or
see
the barbecue.
You want to see the teaser
Wait.
for?
I just realized I could just look up the episode for the page Jenna's barbecue.
Yes,
It was Memory Lane.
it was Memory Lane.
That's what it was. I remember Memory Lane being just a fairly entertaining episode for us, but I don't know if that's on the basis of the episode or if we just because of how much we joked.
I think it was an alright episode. We just made a lot of jokes about it.
Yeah. So it's either that or Brave New World.
Which one was Memory Lane? Oh, it was like episode 4.
It was episode 4. Yeah, it was the one with
Yeah.
the barbecue.
Okay. That's my backup. Jenna's barbecue episode. Memory Lane.
Yeah, but yeah. So either Brave New World or Memory Lane for me.
Now, most unhinged needle drop.
The weirdest needle drop. I feel like I've been pretty much locked. I was waiting for it for several episodes, so I feel like it pretty much got locked in from there. And also because the soundtrack for this season has not been all that crazy.
It's been very mild and it's full of singer-songwriter music. The most boring type of music.
So my answer, I completely forgot the episode now, but I don't think that really matters as much. Maybe it was Novi Enemy. It might not have been Novi Enemy. No, wait. Soundtrack, sorry. What the fuck is soundtrack? Oh. No. It wasn't Novi Enemy. It was one of the later season episodes. Point is, my choice is Eternal Flame by Esso Stereo featuring Candice Acola.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
burned corpse.
Exactly. Cutting to Luca's body and also just the sheer insanity of
researching Esso Stereo.
of Esso Stereo, who didn't get name dropped in the episode.
Didn't get name dropped in the episode, and also they're obsessed with the killers.
And also the fact that Caroline's actress is performing the song. It's just so much. And I love it.
Most unhinged needle drop. So, I think we're about done.
That'll about do it.
Yes. So, we'll be back with season 3, but first we must take a side thing. Actually, the other thing I was going to ask you. Did we watch season 3?
Yes, I feel like we had to follow up on Stefan becoming the Ripper.
Yeah, I always want to tap out request at the end of every season.
No. After this season, no. This was despite my struggles to remember a lot of it, I do remember really enjoying a lot of this episode, or a lot of this season.
So, season 3's next, but first we must take a detour for the next Twilight movie.
Yeah, Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Breaking Dawn Part 1, and we might do a back-to-back Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Oh my god, oh boy.
Mostly because I want it over with.
I want to be done with it. Let us be done with this.
Like, I'm not saying reviewing both in the same video. It's more like just we'll do one week and then we'll do the
One
other.
week, oh yes, 1 week that one week the other. Yeah.
But we'll figure that out when we get there.
Well, yep, we'll cross that bridge.
I might be getting a job tomorrow. I don't know yet.
He's going in for an interview. Wish him
Yeah.
luck.
I hope a dog doesn't attack me this time. As your first interview
hopefully.
question.
Oh my god. How good are you with dogs?
Ah!
Just throw a dog at you.
Yeah. We are available on YouTube. You can look us up on Place.
Yeah, you can find us wherever you can get a podcast. That includes Spotify, despite the fact that Spotify seems to be doing everything it can to make it hard to upload.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube at THI Ash, or I think it's just at These
You
Hot
can
Idiots.
actually at These Hot Idiots and find us.
Yeah.
We got,
and of course,
we're slowly like getting a small following, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Despite the fact that I forgot to like post like 5 episodes of the show on my Tumblr,
let's
which
remember
we
to
have
post,
those, by the way.
Yeah, let's remember to post these on our Tumblrs.
Those being, of course, Ash Nightshade and Mega Fighter Free for Free.
Yeah, he posts about stuff he's seen, and I post about drama or like weird dreams I'm having.
He posts about drama and weird dreams. I'll just occasionally if I have some sort of like just thought that creeps into my head, big or small, I'll just fucking post it out into the wind. And yeah, that should do it.
Yeah.
I haven't. All right, cool. I wasn't sure. There was no response, so I was very concerned.
No, I'm just trying to think about other stuff we need to do, but I think we're good.
I think we are all set.
Yeah. It's been about an hour.
Oh, let's not forget, actually, one more thing I've got to remind.
One more thing, Jackie.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you, Uncle Chan.
All right.
Don't forget that Ash also has an Album of the Year account. I believe is Arc Nightshade.
I was hoping we'd forget about that.
You were hoping to forget that you will have to review Paradise State of Mind by Foster the People.
I don't even like that band.
I set it up in an episode very midway through the season. You can't escape it.
Let me look at reviews.
I'm holding you to it.
Let me look at the album reviews.
So we will see about getting that to you as well as a little bonus.
It doesn't have. It's got a 79. Okay, maybe.
Don't try to run.
I can run when I want.
No, you can't. You got attacked by a dog.
No. All right, I'm out of here. Yeah.
Bye.